we've got some broad features of our energy system. Like, for example, today, right now, you might be feeling heavy, like a bit sleepy, sluggish, kind of low energy. You might be feeling kind of bright, light, awake, aware, really kind of bubbly. You might be feeling in that sense. So kind of broadly speaking, but then on a more slightly sort of notching up the a detail level a little bit, we've got some centers of energy in the body. And so we've got one big one in the belly, we've got a center around the heart, and then we've got one ground in the head. So I'm going to focus it on the center in your belly and bring some attention to this area here. So place one finger in your belly button and then place the other fingers underneath. Where your little finger is, if you can place a finger of the other hand. Okay, so we've got 3 fingers below your belly button, the point. You can reach around and find the same point on the back, or equivalent, roughly speaking. Somewhere on the back, somewhere in your lower back. And we're going to bring our attention here to what they call dantian. Dantian in Chinese or tanden in Japanese. Same word. So that is the energy center center in the middle of your belly. It's halfway between the finger at the front and the finger at your back. So I know that there's not a huge amount to feel here, but we can just intend to bring our awareness to become aware of the center of your belly. Don't have to have your fingers here, and especially if you're familiar with this, you don't have to use your fingers at all. You could just bring your awareness, come into your center. It's one of the features of the way our universe works, is that there is no center of the universe, or no one center. You think, okay, of the entire universe, there is no one spot that's like the center, which can also mean that everywhere is the center. And I'm going to just suggest that this spot in the middle of your belly is the center of your universe. It's the center of your body, and it's the center of our entire sphere of awareness. So as we put our attention here in the belly, we are bringing our attention to the center of your universe. The entire universe is arranged around this center. So now opening the eyes. If we take one hand and just find a spot in the middle of your hand, so to become a little bit closer. So I'm going to make this shape with your hand and then place a finger right in the middle. So on both sides, we've got an energy point called in Chinese laogong, which is a special point in the middle of the palm. And we're going to line them up on front of dantian. Okay. So one hand goes over the front and then the other hand crosses over the top. 3 fingers below your belly button, touching like this. Okay, so we're cradling the front of your energy center, of your universe. All right, and then gently separating your hands away from each other so they're not touching, and they're also not touching your belly, just lightly separated, a little bit of space between. So we've got the alignment, but no actual touch. Now we're going to start to move the hands in circles. So together, 2 hands move together in a circle over the front of dantian. So you can imagine here that in the middle of your belly, in this energy center, is like a swirling pool of energy. Like a whirlpool. Or a pot of energy where you're starting to swirl it around in a spiral. And the hands here moving like a spoon in your pot, stirring the energy up or encouraging it to move in a whirlpool, in a circle, in an orbit, you might say. Now, lots and lots, I'd say, pretty much everything in the universe is moving in some kind of orbit. in some kind of swirl movement. This movement that we're encouraging in our energy center in the middle of our belly is mirroring what the entire universe is doing. Swirling around, moving, orbiting, interacting, flowing. And our theme today, sensing this movement of energy and movement within the universe. So just while you're swirling your belly around, consider that we think we're standing on the surface of our, we're standing in our room, and it feels very solid. It feels like it's not moving. But actually the Earth is spinning always, spins once every 24 hours. And it depends on where you live on the Earth's surface, depends on the speed of which you're moving in the spinning. And then our planet is orbiting the sun. It takes a year to orbit around, but actually in 1 hour, in the time that we are here together in this 1 hour, we will have moved 100,000 kilometers in the orbit around our sun. Okay, now we're going to change the direction of our swirling. So circling the hands back the other way around and swirling your energy back the other way. And consider that not only is our planet orbiting the sun, but our solar system, the sun and all the planets are moving through our galaxy. The galaxy is like a whirlpool, as a spiral, with all these stars and gas moving around in an orbit. And then the galaxy itself is moving with respect to other galaxies. Over this hour together, our solar system and our galaxy will have moved 1.7 million kilometers. Isn't that incredible? The amount of movement that exists, that's happening right now without us feeling any of it. Our planet is orbiting the sun, and the sun is orbiting the galaxy, and the galaxy is moving around in space, just like the energy circling and swirling around in your belly. Okay, let's bring the hands now, crossing them and closing them together over the front of dantian. So just kind of cradling this energy. We're building up the feel in your belly, building up this center of energy, the dantian. This movement mirroring the movement of the universe. Everything is in constant flux, flow, interaction.